Hello everyone, I am Lauren Wiley and this is my final project for Humanities. I decided to choose the topic from the semester of the Great Wall of China. This topic sparks a lot of interest within me, and then comparing it to the wall that President Trump had built, I really enjoyed that activity. Anyways, the Great Wall of China is in Banghai, China, in the Honoré district. It was 13,171 miles. The Great Wall of China has a history of more than 2,000 years. The Great Wall of China's history began in the spring and autumn period 770 to 476 BC and was last rebuilt as a defense in the Ming Dynasty, 1368 to 1644. Early walls started during the spring and autumn period and the Warring States period, 475 to 221 BC. When the eastern and central region of what is now China consisted of many small states or presidents, the princes ordered independent walls be built along state borders to protect their states. The earliest was probably built between the states of Lu and Kui around 650 BC, which later became part of the Chu State Wall. Chinese name for this wall is the Long Wall. Nearly one-third of the Great Wall has disappeared, leaving it at just over 5,000 miles. Glutinous rice flour was used to bind the Great Wall bricks. The Great Wall is more than 2,300 years old, which leaves it very old. The Great Wall stretches from west to east in northern China. The Great Wall of China has a long history. It was built in different areas by different states and dynasties to protect different territorial borders. It's often said that the first emperor of Qin built the Great Wall, but actually he was not. The Great Wall was built to prevent invasion to protect Silk Road trade. In the Qin dynasty, the first emperor of Qin inked the northern walls to prevent invasion from northern nations. In the Han dynasty, the emperors extended the Great Wall far into today's western China to protect the road trade. The height of the Great Wall is 16 to 26 feet, where it has been intact and restored. It was designed to be at least 3 times the height of man. Some of the wall was built along ridges which made it look taller. The Great Wall of China was not just a wall. It was an integrated military defensive system with watchtowers for surveillance, fortress for command posts and logistics. In the Ming Dynasty, the Great Wall was reconstructed to be stronger and more sophisticated due to better construction techniques being developed. The Ming Great Wall usually had battlements 6 feet high with loopholes and crenels and parapet walls 4 feet high. Every 500 meters or less on the Great Wall there was a flanking tower allowing defenders to shoot arrows at attackers at the fence wall. Fortresses were built at important vulnerable access points, such as Shanghai, Guanyang, and Gonyea. There were many archery windows and gates at the forts. The fortress gatehouses were the strongest and most impregnable structures on the Great Wall. The Great Wall is the building project with the longest duration and greatest cost in human lives, blood, sweat, and tears. It deserves its place among the 7 wonders of the world. The Great Wall's military use faded away, but now as an unparalleled architectural feature with historical significance, it is certainly the #1 attraction in China. There are wall remains found in 15 places of China. The well-preserved sections we see today were mainly built during the Ming Dynasty, during 1368 to 1644, among which the most popular around Banghai. Building the wall took more than 1,800 years. The structure isn't one consistent wall, but one collection of walls. Wall construction was a common punishment for the Chinese convicts. As a must-see in China, it attracts 50 million visitors each year and had been visited by more than 460 state heads and very important people from around the world.